up guys, welcome back to the channel, and for today's video I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the recent news that we just got in regards to the upcoming patch. And this one right here seemingly has nothing to do with the Apocalypse update, but I feel like this is laying the groundwork for it, and I'll get into that in a little bit. However, Shadowland will be going down sometime next week, boys, probably before the reset. So if you have not started Shadowland yet, go ahead, get a move on it. Do not slack on it this week because you want to get it done just in case they take it down on, say, like Tuesday and it ends up being down until Thursday or Friday or Saturday and you don't have enough time to clear it. Okay, so keep that in mind, boys. You want to get your rewards. You don't want it to go down and end up the reset happening and you miss out on rewards for floors that you could easily clear. Okay, I myself haven't started it yet, so I'm probably going to start it tonight or tomorrow. So in regards to the news that we just got, boys, it is official. Shadowland is getting a facelift. It's actually crazy to think that this game mode is actually a year old, because it is still a lot of fun for me. It is still a lot of fun, and that's not something I could say about World Boss after the first, like, I'll say year. I was kind of getting bored of it. I was playing it on autopilot. I still play it on autopilot unless I'm recording something to share with you guys. Okay, so this game mode right here is actually pretty fun. Maybe it's just because I make it fun for myself. However, I gotta say I'm really looking forward to some new floors, a new challenge, and it should keep things even more interesting than it already is. How many floors do you guys think we're gonna get? Personally, I'm hoping for at least 10 new floors, but we'll see since it is a mid-month patch and not a full-on update. So it's gonna be interesting to see. At least I'm hoping they'll give us 5, but 5 just kind of seems like and they also said that they're gonna be giving all of these stages, rather a couple stages, some facelifts, and I'm hoping they actually go ahead and actually fix some of the bugs in here, because sometimes, if you guys haven't noticed, you'll get stuck on a wall when in the middle of nowhere where you should not be getting stuck on a wall, or the enemy will actually fly off the map and never come back, and the timer will run out because they won't come back and you can attack them and you end up losing that way. There are a couple other bugs right now in this game mode right here. I don't get them very often, so I forget about them until I see them. So I'm hoping Netmarble have actually found them and they're going to address that as well. They also indicated that this thing right here might actually be getting a little bit harder, guys. So I'm actually really like scared for some of you guys who can't really get through it, because that's gonna make your journey to the top even more difficult. It is sad to know, because personally I was hoping that when Shadowland eventually got a facelift, because I knew the time was coming, because it was just getting easier and easier and easier. When this thing first came up, boys, like, it literally required the majority of us, myself included, 75 characters to clear this thing. However, it's gotten to the point where it's so easy right now where people just use 25 tier 2 characters and they're at the end playing King of the Hill for the majority of the week. And to be honest with you guys, King of the Hill is not fun. It's literally just an ego stroking contest where you just do it just for the gold. Not fun at all, okay? I don't know about you guys, maybe it's fun for you, but to me it's just an ego stroking contest, which is why I'm never in a rush to clear Shadowland, because Shadowland is where the fun's at for me. Now, let me ask you guys, what do you think? Who do you think is going to be good enough to be justified as a character to place after floor 25? And also, do you think we're going to be getting any villains in the new characters that they're adding past 25? Because if you guys notice, like, for Shadowland, starting from 1 all the way up, boys, it's 75% heroes and a few villains tossed in here and there. So it will be interesting to see what they're going to do past floor 25. Are they going to be tier 2 or are they going to be tier 1? And what are the rewards going to be like? Because that is a very interesting thing to think about. Because as of right now, guys, we just got mutants in this game. And all of the mutants that we currently have a way to earn them for free. That's not always going to be the case, because we have a lot of characters in the game where the only place you can actually get them outside of Netmarble actually giving you some free bioselectors is by using the bioselectors from Shadowland. So I feel like Shadowland getting a facelift just now, when we're getting the Apocalypse update hopefully soon, means that Netmarble now has the opportunity to go ahead and put some X-Gene selectors in here. I feel like this would be a really, really good way to make it so that the free-to-play community do not completely rage when they bring in new characters and there is no way to get them besides spending money, because eventually that is going to happen. They're going to bring in new mutants, and you can't really expect them to make new missions for every mutant they bring into the game. So this right here will be a really good way for them to make it so that you can get some X gene selectors and hopefully some M-Cron shards. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Netmarble doing this is just to add in more characters to make it so that your roster is not a complete waste, or do you think this is tied in to the Apocalypse update? Because maybe I'm just like a conspiracy theorist, but it just seems like the timing for this is just way too perfect in order to make it so that we don't completely lose our shit when Netmarble brings in some harder to attain mutants. Now, as for this game mode right here, I personally would have liked it if Netmarble had kept it as is, just fixed all the bugs and left it right here, because this right here is perfection. It is perfection. It makes it so that when you start this game, you kind of struggle and you learn how to play the game better. You learn a lot about the characters by facing them over and over again, and after a while, it becomes easy as you progress through the game. Like for me, when I started, like I said, I required 75 characters. Now, if I'm doing this, I can do it with like 30 characters at tier 1, right? On a good week. I haven't tried in a while. Hopefully, I can do it with 25 now, because this is probably going to be my last chance to do it. However, with them adding some new floors to this and not actually bringing in what I would have liked to see, which I made a post about a long ass time ago, would be Shadowland Ultimate, or Ultimate Shadowland, or friggin' Extreme Shadowland, which would be similar to how Extreme AB works. You could beat Shadowland and then you could go there and play it, or you could just play it from the get-go and the rewards would drop double. What I'm thinking that would be a really cool idea for Shadowland Extreme would be that every single character, every single floor, all of these characters will have their tier 2 passive, and they will have their best uniform. Now think about that, guys. Now that would be extreme, right? Now I know you guys are probably thinking I'm really crazy, and I'm probably crazy because trying to go up against Homecoming Spider-Man with his freaking uniform and that tier 2 is insane, guys. That would be freaking insane, especially having freaking Ant-Man with all that freaking dodge rate. That would be an insane challenge, and I freaking love it. I would love it way more than I like Ultimate War Boss mode, because the bosses there are just a freaking damage sponge and there's no real skill or thought required. It's just like put in Doctor Strange or freaking Jean Grey and just smash, 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 and they're like, oh, there was a spider, it's dead now. That's literally that. But however, for these floors, because of how unique every character's tier 2 passive is, you'd actually have to come up with a counter strategy and so on. I think that would be a really, really cool way of making Shadowland even more fun. But I'm just a basic guy. I have no control over what Netmarble does, so we'll just have to see how they go about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I don't want to make this one super long. Who do you think is going to be good enough to become one of the newest villains or heroes that we fight in Shadowland past floor 25? What do you think the rewards are going to be? Do you think they're going to be tier 2? Do you think I'm just crazy? I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one, boys. Like always, thanks for watching. And if you guys think my idea for Extreme Shadowland is crazy, well, you're probably right, boys. And I'll see you guys in the comments, man. I'm out.